Oh, here are the clowns. There's 3 clowns right there, folks.
I only see one.
There they are. Look at them. It's OddsJam TV on a Friday. Who knows what you've come up with? I can't see it because I'm trying to do sound here. And Randall's trying to watch a basketball game. It's OddsJam TV. I'm Bob. Randall's there. Mike's here. There's Steve over there. Old man and 3 clowns. I just want to warn you guys of one thing, folks. These guys like to beat up on old men. I'm just telling you right now, it's age discrimination at its worst, okay? By the way, don't forget to click the links below. Why, Steve? Why do you want to click those links below?
Got to have as many sports books as you can have. It's the only way to win long term.
There you go. Mike, what about that OddsJam partner program?
Got to get on it, brother.
Oh, yeah.
Get on it.
I thought we were sticking with the script, Bob.
I'm going to whip up on you guys. And by the way, we start off with...
You're going way off script, man.
It'll be my script, okay? I'm the host. You guys follow my lead. But it is now time for the infamous segment called Where the Hell is Steve? Steve, where are you this week?
I'm in Mexico, but a new city, Puerto Cancun. It's like a few miles away from where I was.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
It looks the same.
Yeah. All these buildings pretty much are the same.
Oh, okay. What have you been doing while you were in Puerto Cancun? Are you doing any partying?
Here and there. Sports betting, working, watching a shit ton of college hoops. Not watching any hockey, that's for sure.
Well, yeah, we know that because you couldn't handle it. You don't understand the game. All right.
I don't.
Well, there's Steve. There's Steve right there. Okay, let's get down to the discussion and the argument on what happened with the parlay and how we're going about doing this. I'm just going to tell everybody right now that we decided to go back to the original thing that Randall and I talked about originally and discussed that each person would make a pick for the parlay on a daily basis. That got all confused and construed. And guess what? We start off today going back to that, and the same thing happened again. The goofiness and the lack of understanding, get your picks in or I ain't posting them, okay? Or you're out of the parlay for that day. That's just the way it's going to be. And if it's a minus 1,100 parlay, I don't really care anymore. All right, that's the new rules.
No. It has to be minus 200.
You get them in by my time. I'm posting the damn things. You do it my way or the highway, bed.
Well, if we don't, you'll just put your own in like you did last time. So
exactly. Which one? Almost.
Well, hey, ours did too. To be fair.
Oh, we're going to go back to that stupidity. Your picks meant nothing. It was a negative parlay. We didn't want to post that, but now we're going to post it if you can't get them in on time. 11 o'clock a.m. Central Time every day, please. Thank you, guys. That's enough of that discussion. By the way, Steve, congratulations on the win yesterday with the parlay. You're now tied with me for the most individual wins in a parlay. And how many legs was that? That was 7.
Because, I had better odds, so I actually won.
Yeah. Hey, Bob, that's really great. I picked one parlay in this whole the legendary league and competition we had here. Yeah. I picked one parlay, Bob. So, yeah, let's flex. Why don't we, Bob?
Oh, well, let's do it, baby. All right.
Come on.
All right. Let's go to college basketball. Illinois lost today. I already know what I'm going to hear from you guys. Randall, I'll let you lead it off with your I thought you were an Illinois fan. Evidently not. I thought you were a Big Ten guy. Michigan.
Oh my gosh, Bob! I mean, you think this Illinois team has a chance to win it all? I mean, do you still feel that way?
No, I never did feel that way. I just thought they'd be a good team in the tournament.
No, be done first weekend, second round exit, or I guess it'd be a third round exit now.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I mean, I don't know that we need to go into much more detail on that. I mean, Illinois is not a good team, Bob.
Okay. All right.
And the Big Ten's trash, period. Who's one good
Okay.
Big Ten team? Purdue? Like Wisconsin's poised for another early exit. Tell you what, give me Big Ten under wins max bet if they offer that prop. I'll take that. Give me 5.5 or something like that. Yeah, that'd be sick too.
Okay.
I mean, Illinois was better last year probably than they are this year, and they were a
Way better.
second round exit last year, right? So, I mean, what are we seeing this year that we're deciding now Illinois all of a sudden has a chance to win it all? I mean, they didn't last year. That was their chance. They were a 1 seed. I mean,
here's my question: why are these conference tournaments punishing these 1 seeds with a 10:30 start in the morning? I mean, what's up with that? Yesterday to I believe it was Toledo, played Central Michigan. 1 seed tips off 9:30 in the morning. Doesn't make any sense.
Okay. All right. Well, that was great. That was really great of you guys to impart your knowledge upon us. All right, here we go.
What do you have to say about Illinois?
They're struggling right now, but come tournament time, you never know. You know as well as anybody. You get hot, anything could happen.
I would have never guessed Illinois was struggling. I would have never guessed that, Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, here comes that lack of respect again. Here we go. Wake Forest, Michigan. Are they in danger of missing the tournament, or does Wake Forest go all the way down to a 12 or even a 13 seed, as Mike thinks? Mike, what do you think?
For me, Wake Forest definitely, I think, is going to drop down a little bit. I'm not sure that Wake Forest was really that good anyway. I'm not very high on them. I'm content with them being about a 12 seed probably. And I know that puts them in that 12-5 matchup, but I'm just not convinced with that awful loss that they just came off of.
Okay. Steve, you got any input on that?
Who cares? I mean, do you care about either team? I mean, you think that either team can make a run? I mean, Michigan, they just got blown out yesterday. I mean, those are two teams that I think could easily lose. I mean, Michigan maybe has a chance to get out of the first weekend. Wake, no way. I mean, the ACC is pitiful this year.
Okay, I'm asking whether
I don't think Wake deserves to get in. Honestly, I don't know if Wake will get an at-large bid. I mean, if there's going to be two or three bid leagues, I think it's going to really hurt teams like Wake. So we'll see. But I think right now,
Lenardi had them as a 10 seed. So
really?
I don't.
Okay.
Yes.
See, you told me that yesterday, and I told you, in my opinion, I'd say maybe even before the loss that they had, I would have said maybe they're a 13 seed. Then they have that awful loss. I mean, like Steve said, they're an awful team. Does it even really matter? Because if they get in, they're done in the first round, no doubt. I mean, they're going nowhere. Yeah. And in all honesty, they probably don't even deserve to be in.
Well, it already has them last 4 in now. So,
he has them last 4 in now. He has Michigan is last 4 buys.
Yeah, Michigan's in. Michigan, once they beat Ohio State, they got in. So, but they'll be
all right.
I don't know. 8 seeds.
Selection Sunday coming up, guys. Who are your number 1 seeds? Steve, I'm going to go to you first. Who you got as number 1 seeds?
I mean, if Zona can win the Pac-12 tournament, it's got to be Zaga, Zona. I mean, in my opinion, I think it should be Auburn and Kentucky. Now, Kansas, I guess, is going to get the 1 seed in the East, which I don't quite understand that because Kentucky went into their gym and kicked their ass. So I don't quite understand that. I guess if they win the Big 12 tourney, I guess maybe you can make the argument But no, I mean, apparently it's going to be. I mean, it was supposed to be Baylor, but Baylor's first round exit is not going to be Baylor now. So I don't know. I mean, Auburn lost too, though, so it's hard to say. Maybe Kansas and Kentucky now. Maybe Auburn and Baylor both miss out. That would probably be mine.
And do you have Duke in this?
Yeah, well, I think Duke's a 2 seed, honestly. If they win, although you know what, if Duke wins the ACC tournament, it'll be 2. So it'll be Arizona, Kansas, Duke, and Gonzaga. Yeah.
Mike, what are you watching back there?
Well, we've got some college hoops on, brother, and I'm not watching it because it's in the background and I'm right here. So,
well, you never know.
I'm not watching anything. Here's
Bob,
my opinion.
Bob caught the ladies dancing on the screen in the commercial, Mike.
That's exactly. That's what it was. So we've got Gonzaga, Arizona, Baylor, Auburn, as we stand. Well, we talk about Baylor, bad loss. In my opinion, Kansas and Baylor both split in the regular season. I believe that Texas Tech was 0-2 against Kansas, and they were 1-1 against Baylor. In all honesty, with that loss that Baylor had, I think Kansas is no doubt in the driver's seat to jump as a 1 seed now. And I would almost bet that they are going to be in as a 1 seed because I think they're going to handle things tonight as well. Kentucky, my issue there is did Auburn and Kentucky, they played one time, right? In the regular season. Auburn won that matchup. I really have a hard time punishing Auburn a ton and putting Kentucky, a team that honestly is probably not quite as good, maybe ahead of Auburn. So I think right now you got Gonzaga, Arizona, Auburn, and Kansas potentially.
Okay. Randall, you got any input on number 1 seeds at all?
Well, I mean, I think a lot of it depends on these conference tournaments this weekend. I mean, Gonzaga, they're definitely a 1 seed. They've obviously already handled their business there. I mean, if Arizona wins the Pac-12, they're definitely a 1 seed.
Right.
I would say Kansas, if they win the Big 12, they're probably a 1 seed. And then, it's going to come down to whoever I think wins the ACC and if Kentucky wins the SEC. So, or SEC. So if Duke wins the ACC, Kentucky wins the SEC, I think it's a toss-up, between those 2 teams for the last spot. Probably would give the edge to Duke in that particular instance.
Okay, before we get off this subject here, are we doing anything with the tournament? Are we going to make a decision here today that we're going to do any? Because, Steve loves them contests. He loves. So he's a contest kind of guy.
He is.
Yeah. Yeah. So Selection Sunday is this Sunday. So I think
very good. Hold on.
No, I think what we should do is I think everyone should pick 5 teams, and it'll be a round robin type of a snake draft, and everyone picks 5 teams. So Bob gets first pick, I get second, Randall gets third, Mike gets fourth, Mike gets fifth, and whoever picks the champion wins. If no one picks it, if we have 20 picks and we can't pick the champion, we all have to wear a clown hat the day after the tournament.
We couldn't even come to a conclusion on a 4-pick parlay.
This is easy.
This is simple, Bob. You're the one making it more complex than it needs to be.
Picking a parlay's easy, guys.
Bob, Monday. Hey, I'm calling it right now, Bob. Monday special edition. OddsJam TV. We'll do our contest.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then everyone makes and then everyone else has to do a bracket as well. And then whoever has the highest score is the king. Whoever has the worst score is the clown.
Yeah.
Okay.
You love them. Yeah, that's simple. That's simple.
You love them clowns, don't you, Steve?
Love them. Are we we going on to the NBA, Bob?
We're getting ready to.
Awesome. I'm ready for it, baby.
Steve and his clowns. Oh, I'm sure that you are.
NBA.
Let's go on to the NBA. Let's talk about one thing, okay? FanDuel had a TNT Thursday. It was $10 risk free. Every time they have it, I bet it. I've actually won 3 or 4 of those this year. 2 of my picks won. The one that didn't was Philadelphia minus 4.5. And these guys just nailed me left and right. Even
my goodness, that's brilliant.
Even though the one pick that I had was destined. Oh, Steve. Oh, Durant's going for 40 tonight. Oh, are you kidding me? You're stupid for making that pick. And guess what?
No,
he didn't even. He went under 29.5, babe. I was right. You were wrong again.
Bob, do you see this?
That's not what we grilled you over. You could have asked the guy who's gotten one NBA pick wrong all year.
I got one wrong.
But instead of doing that, you were too proud, and you had to just go on your own and take the Sixers. You know, look, you could have made over. You could have made over $100 because the Nets money line would have made that like plus 1,000. But no, you were too proud. You couldn't even ask the group chat who.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Here's why. I'm gonna hold on. You're talking over me again, and I'm gonna whip you really bad right now. Every time I did this SGP and asking in the group chat before, and guess what? I got initials. Okay, I want a damn answer, and I want it to be straightforward.
Yeah, who's Cat?
Who is Cat, Bob?
I have no idea. I've never heard of it.
That's why I didn't ask. Had nothing to do with ego, you goofball.
So, hey,
it had to do with not wanting to put up with your BS.
It had to do with lack of brains, Bob.
Yeah,
really.
It cost you $100. Actually,
so if you would have asked Steve, who do you think wins this game, and if he would have responded BKN, would you have known that to be Brooklyn?
My God,
you're suiting up here with Harden and Embiid. Look at this,
folks. If you see some of what goes on in this group chat, it's pretty bad.
We'd all be fired, Bob.
Because of you, Bob.
Yeah.
No.
Well, yeah.
You know what? You guys are
Bob
corrupting
comes across as this nice old guy. You should see the profane stuff he sends in these texts.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
You know what? That's because you egg it on, Steve. You started all that stuff. I can go all the way back to the beginning, baby girl, and I'll show you right now. All right.
Are you kidding me?
Kyrie, don't give me this crap. Come on. Now, Kyrie, is he ascending with the Nets? Is he moving up the ladder? Is he taking that team over? What do you guys think? Randall?
Who cares?
Okay.
I mean, it's Kyrie. I mean, or as we like to call him, Queenry. I mean, it's,
The guy hit a shot that won a championship. What do you mean? Who cares?
Well, I mean, LeBron also had a block that helped win a championship.
Okay, but Kyrie hit the shot. LeBron couldn't take the shot because LeBron doesn't take the shots to win games. Mike, what do you think about Kyrie ascending? Is he taking over the Nets? Is it Durant's team?
No doubt it's Durant's team, in my opinion. I mean, Kyrie wants it to be his team, I'm sure. And you talk about an ego, Bob, there may be one guy in this world that could challenge you to having a bigger ego, and that's Kyrie Irving. So I'm sure in Kyrie's head, just like in your head, you thought these parlays were a great idea. I'm sure Kyrie thinks he's the best player on the Nets, but there's no doubt it's Durant's team. Durant's a 2-time Finals MVP. Kyrie was not Finals MVP that year that you say he hit the shot. Was he Finals MVP? Was he Finals MVP, Bob? One shot, and you're putting him above a LeBron.
I don't care, baby.
Really?
Baby, go.
Really? Clown.
No, put him above LeBron. He just takes a shot. LeBron's afraid.
Sure did put him above LeBron. You said LeBron couldn't take the shot. It was Kyrie.
Exactly, because LeBron's too afraid.
The way you backpedal, man, is
LeBron's
insane.
afraid.
I've never seen anything like it.
LeBron's afraid.
LeBron can't even take a layup against literally the worst team in the league. He had to pass it. That was pathetic. I need to wear my LeBron as a bitch shirt next week.
See, Steve's on my side. This is really weird. Hey, Steve, what about Harden? number 3 all time in 3-pointers, passing Reggie Miller. That's pretty cool, huh?
He certainly takes enough.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, I think
those were a travel. Can we get? Can anybody get that stat?
Yeah, exactly. And how many were fouls that he initiated? I guess those don't count, but actually, I guess it would. It was N1.
You know what? A guy. There's been a lot of guys that initiated fouls over the years, and they were considered great players. Okay.
Well, here, how about this? All the talk about Harden, you're wanting to bring up him being 3rd all time in 3-pointers. Where was he last night? Where was he?
I don't know.
Did he play?
I have no idea, Mike.
You bet on the Sixers. So
I didn't watch the game. I was
watching what he did.
I was watching my Blues win.
A whole lot of nothing.
What possibly made you think the Sixers would win, let alone cover in that game? What was your logic there? You just threw some darts?
Just pull it out of my butt. All right, Curry and Jokic. I'm just going to ask you, they played against each other last night. Denver was terrible down the stretch. Jokic was tired, but are they maybe the 2 best players in the NBA? I tell you what, Curry did some things last night that there aren't too many guys on this earth that can do. And Jokic is he can do just about anything.
Yeah. That was crazy what he did in that Pelicans game. He broke our heart. I mean, that game was a Pelicans rocking chair winner. And then it goes to overtime, and they ended up getting blown out. But yeah, I mean, Jokic is now the MVP favorite. It'll be hard to go back to back, but yeah, I think Jokic. I mean, Embiid, is he really the best player? I don't think so. I mean, I still think the best player is Durant. But
all right, so check it out. We don't want to go overboard on time, so let's move on. Major League Baseball back at it. Mike, are you excited that we're getting baseball back?
Well, I mean, from a betting standpoint, I am, because I think there's a lot of money to be made in betting some of this baseball stuff, especially if you're looking at what we talked about yesterday. If we see any sign that there's going to be a lot of runs scored early in this season, why not jump on that trend and see what we can make of that? Because that's a good possibility, and I think that you could very well see a lot of runs scored, a lot of rustiness. I mean, no spring training. I mean,
okay. This should be very quick because Randall and Steve, neither one like baseball a whole lot. So, and they don't like the NHL. So let's move on to the NHL. But you got to give me an answer here, okay? It's real easy. Contender or pretender?
If your sport doesn't have a spread, it's a joke of a sport.
Okay, whatever. All right. You just don't understand puck line, obviously. You can't handle it. It's too deep for you. All right, Randall, I'm starting with you. Pretender or contender? St. Louis Blues.
Pretender, baby.
All right, Mike, St. Louis.
Honestly, I think they're a pretender right now.
Okay. Steve.
That's your favorite team, right? That's your favorite team?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Joke of a team, pretender.
Okay. All right. Colorado, Randall.
Contender.
Mike.
Yeah, contender, and that's why I say the Blues are a pretender.
Steve.
Big time contender. I do see like every game they're like minus 260 on the money line.
Yeah.
Minnesota. Randall.
Pretender.
Mike.
I think I called them a contender last week. Maybe you asked me, but you know what? When you really look at it, they're a pretender.
Nashville.
Pretender.
Oh, I'm sorry, Steve. Do you
love
have
Nashville.
any? Oh, okay. All right. You love Nashville. Oh, my God. They're not that good, you goofball.
Neither are the Blues.
Oh, they're much better. They're much better. You'll find out.
Don't they have that guy, David guy? Isn't that David guy? He plays for Nashville. He's the best player in the NHL.
Who? The David.
Connor McDavid?
McDavid plays. He plays for the Oilers, Edmonton in Canada.
No.
Hello.
Well, all right. That's my team.
Thanks for your input. We appreciate that. All right, let's go to the closing line. That's right, the closing line. Views on the sports world from each of us. I'm going to start it off with Major League Baseball coming back. Here's my whole thing. Let's not make this a circus like this show is, okay? Please, let's not do that. Let's not have all kinds of. Now we're wanting to make the bases bigger, so it's easier for guys to steal. I mean, come on. Are you serious? You know, you already experimented with putting a guy on second base in extra innings. That was a dumb move, and now you took it away.
Yeah, really dumb.
You know, let's just stop all the stupidity and let's play the game, because that game has lasted for over 100 years, and the rules that were written that 100 years ago still hold true today. They're not like the NFL, who changes rules all the time, or the NBA, who changes rules all the time, or the NHL changes rules all the time. And nobody's worse than the NFL. Major League Baseball should stick to the tradition, and that is what makes it the greatest game on earth. Next, Mike, you got a closing line?
I do. You know, the NFL has proven to be a copycat, piggyback type of league. I think that's what we're seeing right now with all the trades for quarterbacks. The last 2 years, a move to get a quarterback has paid off for the Buccaneers and the Rams in that quarterback's first season with the team. And I think that's why you're seeing this trend continue this season, with Russell Wilson going to Denver, with Washington trading to get a guy like Carson Wentz. I think that there's no doubt that people are seeing that this could be a formula potentially to give a quarterback a new scenery and compete for a Super Bowl potentially. And I also want to point out that I'm thrilled that my Chargers made a move and picked up a guy like Khalil Mack, and to try to offset some of that Russell Wilson stuff.
Okay. I knew there was Chargers stuff coming in there. All right. Steve, you got a closing line?
I'm going to give it the same as last week. Bet NBA, how I tell you. Bet the Grizzlies.
Oh, my God.
Bet the Cavs. And bet road favorites between 5 and 10. If you did that, you went 8-1 against the spread last week. Tonight, only one team fits. T-Wolves -8. That's Mike's pick. He listens to me. And, of course, the Grizzlies.
Absolutely.
We're going to piss all over the Knicks. Although I prefer the Grizzlies in the first half. Heat are playing the Cavs, so you really can't, bet that. But I'll bet the Heat anyway.
Okay. And thank you for being so consistent.
Hey, Steve's on fire.
Hey,
Steve has been on fire with the NBA, and hey, we're over here eating. If you don't want to, he wouldn't even know what fire is. Okay, all right.
No,
Randall,
everyone's
you're
making money
closing.
you, Bob.
You're not going to pick with me because I'll whip your butt with my NHL picks. Randall, you're up.
Oh, Bob, I'm fading your NHL tonight, buddy.
Okay.
You got out of routine, but I've been a little distracted here during this show. We've got this LSU game on, Bob. Wishing you luck with your $1,000 risk-free bet that you put up on Caesars using the sign-up links below. So hopefully the LSU Tigers that they are can come through for you here, plus 3.5, down 2 right now. So I'm pulling for you, Bob.
Hopefully they don't play like the Missouri Tigers, who they just whipped. Let's be a real Tiger, okay? Look, guys, it's great doing this show with you, but I got to tell you, all three of you are getting on my nerves, and I can't hardly stand it anymore. The circus is over. We will see you later. Bye. Adios. Get me away from these guys.